Hey, it's Patti Scharf, CPA and co-founder of Catching Clouds, the leader in e-commerce accounting, and I am with you in Petone, New Zealand. I'm actually across the bay from Wellington. Wait, where is it? It's back there somewhere. And I'm under this structure because it's like stupidly windy and my phone keeps shutting off, so hopefully the video and sound are not too choppy. But in any case, so we're going to be in New Zealand for 3 months, another month in Australia, and then we're taking kind of a slow boat home. So there are other people who have been following along on our journey, and they want to create something for themselves that is similar. And so they wanted some more of the details about how do you work remotely and travel at the same time. So I thought I'd give you some tips on basically the planning on what got us here, so that you can do that for yourself. All right. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a source of income. You know, go figure. It takes money to go do stuff. So luckily, the world is a lot more open, I think, now to virtual working opportunities. You can get a remote job working with maybe the company that you're at now, or you can look for a job that offers that opportunity. Our whole company that we created it so that our clients could work from any beach in the world, and we want to be able to do the same, and we wanted our employees to be able to do the same. So we are all completely virtual. And I know that it's becoming more and more popular. I know that a lot of people, they started maybe their Amazon store so that they could start creating that lifestyle for themselves. So I think that it's becoming more and more popular, and hopefully you can find or make that opportunity for yourself. The second thing that you need is to decide where you want to go. And I think there are going to be a lot of different factors that play into that. One is going to be, if somebody is coming with you, then you know, you have to agree upon it together. Maybe you guys have always had a dream of going to, I don't know, New Zealand. Then, you know, maybe see what you can do to make that a reality. Or maybe you don't care where you go, you just want to get out of Dodge, and you want the money that you're earning in the US to go further. Then maybe you pick something like Chiang Mai, Thailand. I know that that's a really popular place for a lot of people to go. I would just warn you that if you're going somewhere like that, where there is a lot of like Westerners visiting there who are carrying around their laptops and stuff like that, don't surround yourself just with the exact same kind of person that you are. Get out, meet people who are of different nationalities, find out the history, find out like anything about the place that you're visiting. Don't just like kind of bring your own culture with you. The third step is, once you know where it is that you're going, you need to develop a budget. Yay! This is my favorite part because, you know, I'm an accountant. So the first thing I did when we decided we were going to New Zealand was to pull out my spreadsheet and start plugging in numbers and stuff. So you want to find out kind of what the cost of living is. Hopefully that was part of your decision when you decided where you wanted to go. And then start thinking about all the biggest expenses that are going to be playing into this. So typically that's going to be things like your accommodations, or cute kid just drove by. So it's going to be things like accommodations, it's going to be maybe excursions, it's going to be your flight tickets there, you know, your airline tickets. You do need to consider things like food, but honestly, you're going to eat food whether you're at home or there, so it ends up being kind of a wash. So like when we were budgeting for this, what we did was we saved up for all of the big expenses that we knew were coming, like all the Airbnb charges, our rental cars, our excursions, we're taking a cruise back. And so those kinds of things, we allocated that out, we saved up for that stuff, but then all the cost of living stuff, we just tried to figure out, is what we're making in the US the same as what we would spend abroad? Now you have to pay attention, like we have a house, so that mortgage payment isn't going away just because we're not in the house. So we have to do things to figure out how to handle that. You might want to rent out your house. You might want to list it on Airbnb. You might want to just pay the mortgage, and that's part of it if you're able to do that sort of thing. So those are all things that you should pay attention to when you're developing your budget. Okay, so bonus tip. I want to talk about Airbnb really quickly. The vast majority of the places that we're staying were booked through Airbnb. Several advantages through this. One, you can pick your own budget. So you can find really cheap places to stay, maybe get a private room in somebody's house or something like that, or you can pick really nice places to stay. So like for Christmas, we booked this place that had these amazing views. It was more than we would typically spend on a nightly stay. We just stayed there for half a week and then stayed somewhere less expensive during other parts of our trip. I would say make sure that you pick something that has like a super host. That's what we did. It gave us a little bit of like confidence that we were in good hands, and make sure you read the reviews so that you know that you're staying somewhere other people have stayed, that it'll just give you a little bit more confidence in the decision that you're making. And we've been through about, I think, 9 different places at this point. We're about 5 weeks in, and we haven't had a bad one. So yeah, that's our advice to you. Here's the other thing that we did is it gave us an opportunity to go through and review our current expenses and cut out the things that maybe we could do without. Like we got rid of cable and replaced it with Hulu and Netflix. Then we researched to see if Netflix and Hulu would work over here. It said that it wouldn't, but actually Netflix does. So I don't know what's up with that, but we just connected to Wi-Fi and Netflix is working for us. So we're not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth on that one. But then anything you're not going to be using, just cut it. Cut your rec center membership or your workout membership, or like we're not going to be driving our cars for 5 months, so we dropped our car insurance to the lowest possible amount. So start thinking about those kinds of things when you're looking forward to some kind of international travel. The fourth thing that you're going to need to know is all the things that are different in the country that you're going to, like the electrical plugs. You might need to get a converter for all of your hair dryers and things like that, so or your laptop, so that it's going to work in the country that you're going to. Another thing is internet. You need to make sure that you're going to have reliable internet. If you are working remotely, you need to be able to get online to do that work. So make sure that there are stable internet connections. You might check out and see if there are any co-working spaces. When you are booking your lodging, make sure that you pay attention that the houses that you're going to have Wi-Fi. These are kind of important things for digital nomads and remote workers to know about. Look and see if you need to get any special shots. Make sure that you have enough medicine. If you're on any kind of prescription meds, make sure that you have enough for the duration of your travel. You may need to go to your doctor and get a special note or something like that. You'll want to check out the exchange rates so that you know how far your money is going to go in the other country. Lots of countries require you to get a visa before you travel to them. So look that up and make sure you have a visa so that you can travel there. And speaking of visas, this is a different kind of visa, but credit cards. So make sure that your credit cards are going to work internationally, and call up your bank and give them a heads up that you're going to be traveling abroad so that they don't put a hold on all of your charges. And while you're at it, look and see what kind of deals they've got going on. Before we came over here, we signed up with a Chase Sapphire card, and they have triple points on every dollar we spend traveling, and which is amazing. And then it also has a lot of travel insurance benefits and things like that. So go see what you can dig up. You might want to get a new credit card, or you might want to talk to your bank and just see what they can do for you. The next thing that we did was we figured while we were at it, we might as well check all of the stuff that had to do with our lives. So we reviewed all of our estate planning and our wills and things like that, and just made sure that everything was up to date, and that if anything happened, then our kids would be taken care of, our property would be taken care of, our business would be taken care of. So make sure you check out the video that I did on protecting your business. I talk a little bit about that. And again, if you do have a house or maybe like a dog or something like that, you're gonna need to find somebody to take care of your property while you're away. That's what we did. My son's friend's mom is staying and keeping our house safe, keeping our dog fed while we're away. Okay, so my last bit of advice is, when you've decided that you want to make this change and go on a trip like this, or embrace the nomadic lifestyle, first of all, book your flights. Because somehow once you book your flights, like, it makes it really hard to turn back. It makes it harder to talk yourself out of it. It makes it harder for you to come up with excuses why you shouldn't go. So book your flights, tell your friends, book your Airbnbs or your hotels or whatever, and just make it a reality. All right, so I hope you found this helpful. If you've gone on a trip like this and you have additional tips, please leave those down below. If you are planning on going on a trip, let me know if this helped you, or if you have come across anything else in your travels or anything. But I'm just really interested to hear about other people's experiences. So I guess that's it. I hope you like this video. If you did, please like, comment, and share. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you later.